Hey guys, sorry, I haven't been making videos recently. It's just I've been real busy with a lot of things, and I'm sorry about that. But I do plan on continuing Nerf. I haven't quit, and I do have a few more things here to show you what I've been doing. It's just I haven't made any videos about. These videos that are coming up, these next 3 videos, I've actually already filmed, and I'm refilming them because I've made changes to all of these blasters since my original filming, and it's just I never got around to uploading them, but here I am today. It's my spring break, so I have a little bit of extra time for you. First video here today is Big Blasts. I have 2 Big Blasts. Here's the first of them. And this Big Blast I actually did not modify myself. The only thing I did to this was add this bushing up here. It is a 1-inch to 1/2-inch PVC bushing. And it used to be a 1/2-inch coupler, but I really didn't like the way he attached it, so I attached this my own way. I super glued, solvent welded, and gooped it. And this is my own hopper and chopper setup with these zip ties I added. He had the aluminum trigger and just the pump plugged Big Blast back here, so it is plugged, which is too bad. I might try to go in and unplug it or do something else in the future, but not anytime soon. Here's my chopper. This chopper can hold 12 darts, and it has the bottle cap in here in the back where you can just screw this off like so, and you can easily load darts. And this bottle cap, it's so nice. I got this one from just some sparkling water stuff, but pretty much standard bottle cap sizes. I've used 2 liters. I've used Deja Blue water bottles. You can pretty much use anything. At least as far as I know. I've had luck with everything I've used in the past, and it's just super glued onto the end here, and it works really well for a cheap dart loader. And this is a 16-inch long barrel with barrel ports. Barrel ports I have found are actually extremely helpful. I haven't seen that much about it on the forums, but it is undoubtedly, in my experience, great for accuracy. It helps so much. And allow me to explain really quickly about barrel porting. Originally, without these holes, without the barrel ports, when the dart comes out of the barrel, so the dart travels through with a bunch of air behind the dart. So there's a high pressure air right here behind the dart as the dart leaves the barrel. And so when the dart leaves the barrel, then all the air comes out right behind it, causing the dart to start fishtailing, and can affect the accuracy a lot. On top of that, you'll notice that when you fire high-power blasters, for those of you who have, that the barrel will kind of like wiggle up and down a little bit, and it'll just kind of do this little vibrating thingy on its own. And that also changes accuracy. But barrel porting prevents all of that, and I have found that it helps make these blasters extremely accurate. Any high-powered blaster, any high-volume blaster, whether it be an air blaster or a Springer, I highly suggest adding an inch onto your barrel and then porting it. Really has helped in all of my experience that I've done with these. And I just drill 3 holes. These are, I'm not sure, I think it's like number 10 bit size holes. And I just drilled all the way through in one side out the other. And now, instead of the dart leaving with air coming behind it, right as the dart leaves, the air is exiting these holes, and it'll go to the outside, not causing the dart to fishtail because no air is pushing unevenly on the dart or coming out randomly, because when air comes out, it doesn't come out just straight or it doesn't come out in a uniform way. It comes out just randomly. The air particles do. So allowing it to come out the sides will prevent that, and also prevents the wobbling from of the barrel in the same fashion. And I'll just do a quick firing test of this right here. I can pump this up pretty much as many times as I want. I'm not actually even counting how many times I pump this up, but generally you don't really need more than 15. I've probably pumped it up at least 20 times right there. And yeah, that went through 2 layers of a cardboard box. Big Blasts are just extremely powerful. And the thing about having a rear pump Big Blast in the chopper is that normally a chopper, it was originally made for a plus bow or any type of Springer gun, where the vibration of the spring would actually load the darts to go from horizontal to down here. But as you can tell, as I'm pumping this, the darts are moving back and forth, and they'll automatically load into the chopper to feed into the Y. So I'm not really worried about that at all. And that did not work for whatever reason. I'm not sure how many times I pumped that up. I wasn't counting again. Okay, so there I shot 2, so I must have just not pumped it up enough. Yeah, so that is, I'm not going to fire all of them and bore you, but there is my Big Blast. And this is really, really awesome, really, really accurate. It's seen a couple small Nerf wars in, I have a friend who has a barn, and we have Nerf wars in there, and it's seen a couple in there, and it's done very, very well. It's one of the best ones, best performing there, so it's a lot of fun. The other Big Blast I have is probably the best performing out of the air guns. I usually don't bring my rainbow pumps to that, just because it's too unfair for the other people who are playing. These, at least, you have to pump them up and whatnot. But this is my own. I got this Big Blast stock, and I did an SVT, broken SVT mod to this 4B, and it just has the dual action ball pump out front, and I added 2 screws up top that actually act as iron sights, and this is my kind of my makeshift iron sight thing, and it actually works very, very well. I used where the 2 shells met, as you can kind of see the little lights coming through there. Where these 2 shells meet, I drilled small holes with a number 6 bit, and then screwed in very carefully the number 6 screws so they were exactly straight. And if you notice, if I line this up correctly so it's not at an angle, you'll notice that it lines up exactly with my barrel. And so looking down this, it's extremely, extremely accurate, especially since I do have this barrel porting right here. Then it's very, very, very accurate Big Blast in terms of being a Nerf gun, of course. It's not, relative to other Nerf guns, it's very, very accurate, and it's a lot of fun to use. It takes about 7 pumps, so I think there was 7, because I pumped it up 3 times before. And it's just, this thing is just a monster. Sadly, the overpressure release valve back here is broken. What happened originally is I made this blaster and it functioned perfectly, except for a small leak right where the overpressure release valve was. And so when I went to plug that, I just put a little bit of Zap-A-Gap in there. And when I went to plug the overpressure release valve, or plug the leak, I ended up plugging the overpressure release valve. And so that broke, and now it's not legal at most wars, which is too bad. But I'll do a few firing tests right here. It also does have an aluminum trigger. As you can see, I got it from the same person who gave me the other Big Blast. So it does have this nice aluminum trigger, which means really I can pump it up as many times as I wanted to, but I really don't need any more than 7 in most of my wars. And just to show off, so that was 12 pumps with a dual action ball pump, and so that just destroyed my dart. So I probably shouldn't do that much. That's very, very dangerous, but it is to show off that this aluminum trigger is very, very, very strong, and that I'm not really afraid of lending this to anyone, because I know that they at least won't break it, which is really, really nice. And so that is all I have for the Big Blast today. Again, if come away with any modding tips from this video, it is that porting barrels, at least try it. I mean, the most you lose is a few cents from, this extra piece, because you just add on a little bit to your barrel, and then if you need to, you can just cut it off if you don't like it. And also, be careful, make sure there's no leaks the first time, because going back again, it could make a perfectly awesome blaster completely war illegal. And if you ever do a Big Blast or any type of blaster, iron sights, it actually helps a lot. You'd be very, very surprised. So, anyhow, thanks for watching.